Censored for the radio.
Nice.
Oh yeah, the only time I've made radio edits for you guys, and it's always custom.
Okay, cool.
Sorry. I don't release them, yeah. I just give them to you guys.
Get to about like that. About like that. Yeah, it's Joe Motte and the Dreaming Insomniacs right here. That song's called Clarity, and my special guest, please welcome to the program, Joe Motte. How's it going, bud?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Hey, thanks for coming on the show today, and of course we're going to be featuring a lot of your music today and talking a little bit about the history of you and how you got into music, how it kind of all started, you know, sort of like maybe influences of, you know, your music and stuff. So let's kind of rewind and go back to as early as your brain can remember things. So if you go way back, what's your first early memory? Like, where were you born? Are you native of here? Did you come from somewhere else? And what was it like being a super young toddler Joe Motte? Where were you born?
So funnily enough, I'm from Massachusetts.
All right.
Completely the opposite from around here. So
Right.
South Shore area, about 40 minutes south of Boston. And
Boston.
I have a lot of sisters, so I grew up listening to a lot of Backstreet Boys and things like that. But
Yeah.
I understood the groove to it, so I was dancing on the fireplace. And my dad's 75, so I grew up listening to a lot of like Jimi Hendrix and all that 60s music. He was at Woodstock, so that's in my DNA.
Wow. So you kind of don't have your Boston accent much.
No.
Did you ever have your Boston accent ever?
When I get drunk.
Okay, gotcha. And then it comes out.
Yeah, very much.
So how old were you when you came this way? Like if you were in Boston, in the Massachusetts area?
21.
21.
Yeah.
Okay. So growing up as a kid, I know obviously you're into music. Obviously that was a definite. But were you into some other things as a kid? Like did you do any sports? Were you into reading? And were you into any kind of articulate things? What kind of things were you into, non-related to music?
Drawing, art.
Art.
I
Okay.
tried baseball. I kind of sat down in the middle of the field, so arts was more my thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, drawing.
Yeah. Did you do like some
Writing.
writing? Like actual like
Short
stories,
yeah.
things like
I
that.
still write short stories.
I think that kind of like helps when it comes to songwriting too. You know,
Oh.
if you can write poetry and or short stories that tell a story, some of your finest songs might tell a story, you know, so to speak.
Yeah, I think the best songs come from poetry.
Yeah, and for you, are some of your songs based on like true things that could have happened to you, or are they based on things that you think about, or is it a combination of things? Is it real life stuff, or is it fiction or non-fiction, kind of the way you write, your approach?
I'd say it's a mix.
Yeah.
A little bit of both, yeah. I put my own experience into it, but I also craft stories for it to be subjective, like all music is.
Right. So early on you had influences, you kind of have a wide range there because you have like the classic rock and roll, your dad kind of gave you that, and then having sisters and family that was into the pop side of things. Do you sometimes find yourself blending some of that together?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, like the song you just played is from
Clarity.
the most recent album, but the album before that, it's an 80s pop rock album.
Yeah, right on.
2022.
Right on.
Want to do something different.
So, obviously you're a guitar player. Was that your main instrument that you picked up at a certain age, or did you play
7
some
years
other?
old, 20 years.
7 years old. Now, was that influence from does your dad play guitar? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. He's in a band and
Blues.
stuff. Yeah, he's blues band. So he kind of like, there was guitars always around, and you just said, hey, did you have any lessons from him, or did you just kind of fiddle with it?
He always wanted me to do it, so he was kind of being my championeer, my guy in the background, being like, hey, come on, but like not too much pressure.
Yeah.
Once I saw the Monkees, and then I saw Green Day a couple years later after the Allman Brothers, then I knew what I wanted to do, and that was play guitar and play on stage.
Yeah, off air here before we came on, you had saw a picture of Mickey Dolenz back here, and you had mentioned as like one of the first concerts you had seen.
The very first, yep.
The Monkees.
Yep, I was like 6 years old or something like that, 5 or 6.
So yeah, so seeing that, seeing from that to like rock bands, and as the timeline keeps progressing, you're kind of probably soaked a lot of this in. Like you have influences from way back to the 60s music all the way to, like you mentioned, the 80s pop, probably 70s from the classic rock, and then you try to blend it together and bring it into the norm, the today's music.
Even
with a
some
little
50s stuff too.
Yeah.
I like that old sad, where could my baby be stuff.
Oh yeah, like Last Kiss.
Yeah, that's Last Kiss, yeah.
Yeah, well, cool. So, so when you started playing guitar, now, who were you influenced by guitar-wise? Like, what do you remember your first riff or your first like? I want to play like this person. Did anybody jump out at you when you started, picking at it, or influenced by any bands, modern or old?
It was Green Day.
Yeah, Green Day. Okay. Yeah, Billy Joe and stuff. Yeah,
absolutely.
So early on, you probably were playing some, crunchy chords, like power chords and stuff like
a
the
lot of
punk.
power chords.
Yeah.
And now I don't even play power chords. If a song requires power chords, I actually do a full bar version of it. And then for like where you play a D, right? I do a suspended chord, so I don't mute my third finger. I do a whole bar chord like a power chord, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I do it a little differently.
Nice. How did you come about to come to Florida? I know you said you were 21, so was it just like, it's time to move, let's go to Florida where the surf and sand is?
Yeah, my mom was sick. She had cancer. My father had come down here to retire, and he offered me another way, so I took it, and I got my own place pretty quickly, and I've survived. I mean, you guys have had me on here for 6 years. I'm super grateful.
Yeah, totally. Now, the Dreaming Insomniacs, would you have called that officially your first Florida band project, or did you do some things prior to that?
It was formed in Massachusetts, 2015, actually.
Oh, okay.
In a childhood friend's room. It's my high school band.
Wow.
Going.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yep.
So when you came to Florida, then you started continually writing songs and
Yeah, it's technically my project and also someone else's, so I can do what I want with it as long as I involve them. Steven left for a little while, so I was able to really kind of do my own thing with it. Now it's more of a collaborative effort again, so I'm playing the shows, but when it comes to making the albums, we work on it together.
Right. Now, with the Dreaming Insomniacs, or in general, what if you do, and obviously you write your original songs, you record your original songs, but would you consider yourself, like, if you were to do some covers, like songs in the vein of Green Day?
It's funny you say that. On the Back to Insomnia deluxe version coming out soon, there's a cover of Macy's Day Parade by Green Day.
Oh, very cool.
Featuring
cool.
Sam Mello of Soul.
So there's definitely, some strong influences of you. Really, that would be the band nowadays who you really look to reference.
Yeah, they also just publicly endorsed us too. It was cool. On Instagram, they shared one of our reels on their new coffee company.
Yeah, so very cool.
They've known who we are for a while, but it's like confirmed now, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. So writing songs, what's your writing process? Do you like? Obviously, I write songs with my band, the Cherry Drops, and sometimes I get an idea from a melody, from the music. Other times I have an idea, thought of the words, and then I come up with the words, and then later the melody kind of fits into that. 90% of the time I have a groove going on, and that moves me to tell me where the storyline's going. How do you write? Do you write in the idea of you hear something first, play you know, a piece of it or get an idea that way, or do you think of songs and what you want to write about, the words, and then comes the music?
Usually that. I used to do the melody first and then try to write lyrics to it, but I find myself having a much easier time writing the lyrics first and then trying to shape music to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's sort of my process. I'd like to change it up though. I'm getting kind of stale.
Well, I think the thing you were saying about how you were a writer, maybe some of that comes into it because maybe you get an idea in your head about what you want the story to say.
Yeah,
and
I
then,
still write too, so that's also important.
Yeah, yeah. You're like Barry Manilow. I write the songs that make the beautiful girls. Yeah. Hey, we got a guest in here. Just lean in here and say hello real quick.
Hello.
What's your name? Tell her, we know what it is, but tell her.
My name is Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. All right. She's kind of like the, well, she's probably your like cheerleader, right? Yeah.
She's the best damn fiance in the world.
Yeah, she's got, she's like a cheerleader. Do you have your pom-poms and your like little cheerleading
They're
outfit?
imaginary.
Go, Joe, go. Go, Joe, go, Joe, go. All right. Anyway, we got another song here from the Dreaming Insomniacs. It's called The One Worth Waiting For. Ooh. Does that tie in
Yeah,
anyway?
It ties in perfectly.
Okay.
Nice segue.
All right. I thought that was pretty good. So anyway, let's play this song. Let's hear it from Joe Motte and the Dreaming Insomniacs. And obviously the inspiration is standing right behind us for this song. Go, Rachel, go. Go, go. Go, Rachel, go. Joe says go, Rachel, go. All right, here we go. The Dreaming Insomniacs, the one worth waiting for, right here on the surf.
I'm trying not to laugh. Do you want me to record this part too?
Okay. As long as my storage doesn't
All right, and then for this, Rachel, the Birdbath today, truth is broken warm, and you are the one.
I'd say Rachel and Warm June Day.
What's that?
Rachel and then Warm June Day.
And Warm June Day?
Yeah. Yeah, the reason why I put a bunch of extras in there was just for you guys to have them.
Gotcha.
Because I knew I hadn't given any of the 996 stuff. I should have.
Oh yeah, do you want to talk about 9996 a bit?
I should.
Maybe a
What's
little
that?
bit, yeah.
Yeah, before we lead into it, we should talk.
Yeah,
about
oh yeah,
something.
totally. Yeah, I'm just going to come out of this and we're going to talk some more.
I'll tell people how to spell it too, because there's always trouble finding it, right? But when you search it, it's like, did you mean? And then you can find it, so it's got its weird little own section
Yeah,
of the internet.
Oh, because there's so many possible ways to spell like a word like
And
that.
I spelled triple wrong on purpose because of a movie called Triple Nine. So triple with two P's looks like trippy kind of.
Yeah, let's tell people that, like the meaning behind it. Right?
Triple
And my
96
birthday
with
is
2
September
P's.
9th, 1996, 999.
Got it.
That's why he does it. Yeah, definitely mention the 2 P's.
Yeah, oh, I will. That's why I got. I
10
spelled out the whole thing.
Sometimes the one is worth waiting for, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, man. And that was the Dreaming Insomniacs. Now, we actually have, well, you have two projects going on simultaneously. I do too. I have the Cherry Drops, and then I have a harder rock band called the Electrostatic. So I know what it's like coming from two different perspectives. Is the 9996 band, is that a different groove and a different feel than the Dreaming Insomniacs, or does some of it parallel each other?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about this now. Now, we know how the Dreaming Insomniacs started way back in 2015
Yep.
In Massachusetts, and you carried that forward to today. How did the idea for 9996 came? How did you get that name? And what's that band project all about?
I was 19 and I needed another project to filter out all my songs. I couldn't just be doing it all with my band when I didn't have a band with me to do it.
Right.
So I came up with my birthday being 999, September 9th, 1996.
1996.
There's a movie called 999, so I put two P's in triple. So it's spelled TRIPPLENINESIX.
Yeah, say that one more time in case people are looking it up. Spell it out again.
TRIPPLENINESIX. clicks and it's gonna make it click. Did you mean click that? Yeah, definitely. There's
Got
two
it.
P's in it. It's
Two
spelled wrong on
P's.
purpose.
Two P's. Two P or not two P?
I don't know anymore.
That is the question.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So yeah, two P's, 99996. So
Yep.
in the writing process for this, you had 100% full control, of course, because this
Yeah.
is your project, almost like a solo album. Like,
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you were writing these songs, any different process in this, or was this like really close and personal to you?
For the Dreaming Insomniacs or
For the 99996.
Oh yeah, this like you were saying, I have complete control, and for the Dreaming Insomniacs new stuff, it was me and somebody
Mm-hmm.
and other people. Yeah,
Right.
I featured some artists on the new 99996 thing, but again, having that full creative control really left the door open for me to do what I do the best in the best possible way.
Sure. Now, guitar-wise, what kind of guitars do you play, or what's your favorite to play through?
My 1957 Gibson ES-125 has
Not-
to be.
The one?
Yeah, that's the one.
And how'd you come across that guitar?
I was at vintage. Sorry, I was at Guitar.
And you stole it.
Music Go Round in Natick, Massachusetts, and it was $900.
Wow.
I saw it, and I was.
And
like,
you had 100 in your pocket, so you ran out the door with it.
No, but I had the money elsewhere, and I had to wait like a week for it to be mailed to me. So
Oh.
I had them hold it every day, and they called me. They were like, "Hey, you can't hold this anymore." I'm like, "I'm coming today. I have the money. Just please."
Hold on to it, yeah.
Glad
Yeah.
I did. I still have it. I play
Yeah.
it every day.
They were probably like thinking like, is this guy gonna, come and get, is this kid? They were
Yeah.
probably even saying kid at that point,
Yeah.
like come up with the money. So yeah, so you did, so you
Uh-huh.
got it, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you've been carrying that with you where you go and
Yep.
doing shows with it
Yep,
and everything.
absolutely.
Very cool.
I used 3 to record this one. So I used that one in 1998, I think, Epiphone Les Paul Jr. with the
Mhm.
P90 also. That's got a bridge pickup though. The other one's got like a neck pickup. And then the third one's just a cheap Fender FA135C from 2016. So
Yeah,
nice trifecta of guitar.
I've seen some pictures. In fact, we got a few up where you got an acoustic too. It looked like a black acoustic. I don't know if that's yours or one you were using for a show, but let me see if I can find it here real quick. I had it up just a minute ago. Yeah, like
That's the.
oh,
Gibson.
that's the Gibson. Yes, I see that now. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to know who Joe is, what he looks like, or whatever, you've been listening in Radioland, you can go to my page, Vern Shank, and there's a couple pictures of Joe up along with the post about today's program. So check that out if you want to. Okay, so we have a couple songs here we're going to feature. This is 99996 with the 2 P's. And how recent was this project put out?
The album Wholesomeness just dropped on June 9th. That's our 5th album.
Nice, very nice. Now tell us a little bit about this song called Rachel.
Well, it's about the love of my life, obviously.
Wow.
Directly.
So the one worth waiting for is Rachel.
Absolutely.
See, I'm
It's
reading
perfect.
that. Look at that. It's a nice segue there.
Absolutely.
Wow. Well, I know today you're earning some definite brownie points because you got the one worth waiting for in Rachel, and then you got the real life Rachel right here behind you.
I know, I'm just blushing crazily.
Oh,
I love it.
Sorry if we embarrassed you. Well, this song's all about her. I take it that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here it is. If you got somebody in your life named Rachel, maybe you can apply it to them as well.
Or if you like the Beatles.
That's true. That's true. Very true. All right. Well, hold tight. Here's Rachel right here on 97.3 FM, where this one is 99996.
This song is a true story. What do you think of this, Vern? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's good. I like you. You have the layers of some harmonies and stuff going on in
I
there.
know you like that. I was trying to do that well. I didn't want to screw it up. Like Warm June Day, I do that with also an echo on like the trippy effect, but not the whole song, right? So it'll come in with this wavy thing and then it goes away. Might be jarring to some people, I don't care. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for good harmony, melody, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, with the music you make, I can tell.
Yeah.
I like that, where it's kind of like, it's got like a flangey, psychedelic-y thing to the back end of the guitar.
It almost didn't work.
Oh, really?
I don't know how. Yeah, dude. And I wrote the lyrics like 10 minutes before I recorded it.
Oh, yeah? Wow.
I'm just having fun with it at this point. I'm not trying to overdo it. And Warm June Day, that's a reprise from the first album, so it's,
Gotcha.
It's 3 of those on this one.
He literally can write full lyrics within less than 10 minutes and have the whole thing. He's very talented with
I've
that.
learned how to really streamline the process of making a song.
And he does poetry and short stories that are amazing.
5 seconds. 97.3 FM, that's Rachel, and that is 9996, and the cultivator, the curator, the leader of both the Dreaming Insomniacs and 9996 is sitting here right beside me, live and in person in the studio. It's Joe Motte. That's a cool song, man. Rachel. It's got a very cool, kind of a mystical love vibe to it, you know?
That's what I was going for.
Yeah, it's got, you know, some of the guitar work we were saying has kind of a dreamy sound to it. Very kind of esoterical, you know, kind of. Yeah, it's very
trippy.
Yeah, very trippy. Yeah, for
A
sure.
lot better than those jerks over at Falafel Dragon.
Oh yeah, man, those jerks.
Yeah, I don't know who those guys are.
Yeah, who are they?
I don't.
I know. All I know is I don't like them.
Yeah, me neither.
All
They
right.
talk a lot of crap.
They do. They sure do. Hey, we got to take a quick break, check in with a few of our sponsors. When we come back, we've got a song called Warm June Day. Now, that's perfect. It just ended June, but now we got some warm July days ahead of us. So we'll talk about Warm June Day in just a few short minutes. Got to check in with the sponsors that keep us afloat and keep us on the airways so that Joe Motte could be here. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Your phone number is 386-446-8696. Thanks again, VFW Post 8696, for your support of community radio Surf 97.3 FM.
And we're back. Thanks again to all of our wonderful sponsors that keep us on the airwaves each and every day. So in my, sitting beside me here in the air chair is Joe Motte. We've been speaking to him for about the last 30 minutes or so, playing some of the songs from his 2 bands, the Dreaming Insomniacs and of course 9996. And he's still here with me, and we're going to talk just a little bit more about a few more influences. So when it comes to Green Day, obviously that's one of your main influences. We talked about people you really, really liked as well. Is there any other modern, you know, sort of modern bands that you also enjoy, like Green Day?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say System of a Down's modern, but I love System of a Down.
Okay, got it.
Oh,
Do you like that band called the Dreaming Insomniacs?
yeah, I like them. They're pretty alright. I'm trying to think of that. What's Ronnie Radke's new band?
Falling in reverse?
Yeah,
Oh, Falling in
in
Reverse.
Reverse. They're pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I think the guy's got talent, even though I don't seem to like him as a
Right. Right. As far as
person.
his
Always
abilities.
picking fights with fans, like that's never a good idea. But
Right.
Great music and a great performer.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
the way he
just a
throws his
matter
mic
of
up in the air and stuff is cool.
just a matter of like, you know, being able to separate the two.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, like
That one's not that bad compared to some other ones. So.
Sure, definitely.
And Diddy.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about this next song here. Now, off the air here, you were telling me you wrote kind of 2 songs almost back to back. One had thoughts about June, which is the one we're going to play, and then very shortly thereafter, July. But it took a good number of years to kind of release those 2, or have them, you know, be out separately but at different times. Tell us about that process.
So the first 9996 album came out on November 9th, 2016, and Warm June Day was on that. I wrote it in summer 2016, along with Cool July Night. And then the Rustic City, which was the third 996 album, didn't come out until October of 2018. That's the one that Cool July Night's on. So it's kind of
Wow.
funny how they were written back to back, but their albums separated.
Now, they were written back to back, but how about the recording process? Were they tracked at the same time? You just later.
Years apart, yeah.
Years
Yeah,
apart.
came back.
Now, what were you
the
thinking?
songs for Never Sell Out, the last album before Wholesomeness, were a bunch of songs I wrote when I was 17 that I finished writing 7 years later.
Wow.
So
What was going through your mind for June and July? I mean, were you feeling like the summer? Were you feeling Florida weather? What was going on in your head? Thinking, what's this song about? What's this one?
funny because I wasn't in Florida yet. I was still in Massachusetts
At the time.
Yeah, so it was just changing, and it was just before I made a major life decision. I went off on my own to Missouri and went back to Mass from there. There was nothing for me, but yeah, I pretty much hitchhiked at 19 to Missouri. So right before that was like a turning point where it was the first summer on my own in my life, and I wrote those songs.
Were you what was going through your head? I mean, I know you were doing that, but what made you think of that? Were you thinking like June and July is summer, regardless where you are, it's still summer. Sometimes summer feelings come over you, you know, like June and July. It's kind of like, you know, like school's out, you know, will be another example. You know, it's time for vacations for certain people. Life seems like it could be more positive in the summer. Everybody's kind of always waiting for summer to happen. So do you think some of that was rattling around in your head, maybe that like, hey, you know, there's got to be better times ahead, summer, you know, warm summer days, you know, June, this being called Warm June Day. Yeah,
absolutely. It's also about overcoming things to enjoy those times, because like Cool July Night's about having overcome those things, whereas Warm June Day is about the process of letting go of the past, moving forward, learning, becoming stronger and smarter and more experienced.
That makes sense. Just like June is kind of like the beginnings of summer, just like spring is, then comes June, July comes the summer months. It's kind of like it's a fresh slate. Like you can try to start over again. Summer's here. You don't have all the worries of, well, if you were in school, but work, people take vacations to get away from work in the summertime. And maybe it's kind of like starting an idea, like it's blossoming into something. It's a warm June day.
Absolutely.
And like you said, July, you may have made some good decisions. It may have changed your life around to a point, and now here it is a month later, and you see you're reaping the benefits of some of the changes you made in your life.
Absolutely.
So, all right, let's take a listen to it. This is called Warm June Day. This is 996 with Joe Motte here on The Surf.
So I actually, the bass line for this was recorded through the console at the Daytona State Studio.
Oh, the State College?
Yeah,
The
yeah. The one that Jake nicely built.
We're both in college
Yeah,
here.
we met at that school actually.
Oh, really?
The best thing I ever did was go back to school.
Wow.
Now I'm two semesters in. I have 2 more till I have my AS in audio engineering. And they need help out there, so I'm gonna keep going and get my master's.
You
so
gotta
I
get a
can
good job there.
teach. Yeah, that's the plan, and that's what the professor said. Professor Velasco said, "We need help, man." You don't have to film that.
So, it's a warm June day. Actually, it's a warm July day too. It's 88 degrees right now. Yeah. Don't make sure your PlayStation doesn't melt.
Yeah, I know, right?
Outside. It's pretty warm. So listen, I want to kind of wrap things up with asking you, how could somebody find you and or find your music online, you know, through social media? How does someone find you and your music?
Yeah, so the first stop out of anything could be Google. Just Google The Dreaming Insomniacs and 996. Linktree.com/The Dreaming Insomniacs. Linktree.com/996. Sorry.
With the 2 P's.
Yes, with the 2 P's. That's important. And yeah, it's all on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. feeds, we got merch out, all that good stuff. We're on Cameo.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could pay $15 for a minute of my time, which I think is ridiculous.
Now you do that with your pants on, right? Or-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just want to
yeah.
make sure.
Well, they don't need to know that.
Oh, okay. Well, isn't the camera just waist up?
Yeah,
You
well,
could be sitting
it's
there
just
with
like a
your-
selfie thing, so I could just be wearing nothing down
Yeah,
there.
you could be. Yeah, yeah. Just that it's like a selfie from here up. You know, like you could have like camouflage long pants on. You could say that you don't have anything on, but you probably could.
And it's like working from home, yet you get to make more while being half naked.
I know. I like the people that have a conference on their Zoom at work.
And they're
And-
half in a suit.
Yeah, they're having a suit and then they got like their pajama bottoms
yeah,
on. Or
and then they
something.
stand up and everyone's like, what?
Yes, I just gotta get a cup of coffee real quick. Oh, I forgot I was on camera.
You should have turned it off.
Yeah, I know. So also, I know that there's some live shots of you here from time to time. Do you do some of the open mic nights? How does somebody maybe see you playing somewhere?
Well, those pictures on the Facebook that you posted, one's from the DeLand Original Music Fest and the other's from DeLand-a-Palooza.
Got it.
We're actually playing a show at the Museum of Arts and Sciences on August 10th in Daytona Beach.
Oh, down here.
Daytona Beach MOAS, August 10th.
Yeah,
It's a music
MOAS.
competition.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time. So yeah, we're in that, and that's what we got. So.
And sometimes do they see you out and about in town, this area?
Yeah,
Yes.
I play open mic sometimes. I've been mainly playing the original music competitions and shows and stuff like that, just to
Get the
stick
word out,
with
get
that,
the
yeah.
original.
I'm
stuff
also
out.
not a big fan of playing a lot of covers, so that's why you're not seeing me run jams.
Right. I've always kind of been that way myself. Like, that's why the Cherry Drops, the band, the Cherry Drops, mine can't really like play here. We have played here before, but it's usually on a sweep through, like when we're doing something like, something. Maybe we started in LA, then House of Blues, and come through. And we've gotten where we did play 3 dates or 2 in a row, like the Golden Lion, the amphitheater, when we were playing the amphitheater,
Yeah.
and the Golden Lion, but then so that's the problem, like, it's a wonderful area to live and stuff, but some of the music anyway around here is, a lot of people want to hear songs they know.
They just want to hear Freebird.
Yes, so you have to kind of like
Simple Man.
venture out beyond the circle of the area.
Absolutely.
Um,
And you gotta know people if you want to get those shows.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're actually going to sneak in one more song here. Tell everybody while I find another song, one more time, how to get a hold of you if they need be. Again, through social and some of the digits.
Over on Instagram, it's _dreaming_insomniacs on 999. For the 999.6, it's at _9_6_. There's 2 P's in triple. Google Dreaming Insomniacs. We have a record label now, so that's pretty much what everything's under. So linktree.com/thedreaminginsomniacs will bring you to everything. Merch, Cameo, all that good stuff.
Now, I got a couple songs here I can end it with. The Birdbath, Today, or Truth is Broken. What do you think?
Ooh, because the Birdbath, the Bloodbath is the very last song on the 999.6 album, so I feel like that'd be fitting.
All right.
It's not a single.
All right. So let's do it then. So why don't you, I know that you're a musician, but why don't you act like a DJ and introduce this for us? So say something like, hey, this
Ladies and gentlemen, this is 999.6, the Birdbath, the Bloodbath.
here on Surf Radio. Thanks for joining me today, Joe.
Thank you, Vern. I appreciate you having me, brother.
You got it.
Something need to fix, and inside I say we are looking forward now. The true love.